Cameraman, there we go. All right, so with our examples today, I'm going to give you guys a warning that you will have an answer that's no solution. You'll have one that's infinite solutions, and the other couple will be one solution. So, backtracking now, one solution is what we're most familiar with. That's when we see x equals one answer, like x equals 3. So I'd recommend writing down our examples here today as well. So that'll help you along with getting these answers. And you'll go, I am not wrong. It's just a different type of solution. So our infinite solutions, that's when our variables actually kind of disappear and we end up with a true statement. So it has to be true. So something like 5 equals 5. That's a true statement. And we would say, oh, that equation has infinite amount of solutions. And our other one with no solution, that's when we end up with a false statement. For instance, like 3 equals 5. We all know 3 does not equal 5. That's false. And that would result in a no solution for our answer. I'm going to go ahead and break down each example here. I'm going to roughly go over them. And you may need to pause the video at certain times to take a break. All right. I'm going to also copy down each one of these equations before I start solving it because all these words around it kind of jumble it all up for me and I need to see it, just the numbers. So I'd recommend copying these down as well, showing your work, as that's why we have the paper here with the lines on it. All right, let's go ahead and get into some examples for today. Let's copy it down. And after copying it down, I first need to use the distributive property. Before I start moving anything left or right, let's go ahead and do that. So I'll multiply this 3 times everything in the parentheses. 3 times 3y is 9y. 3 times a positive 3 is positive 9. On the other side, I'm just going to copy down what I did not use or touch. And there we go. Next, I need to get all my y values onto one side and all my numerical values. I got to start moving those around as well. But let's start off with the y's. So the opposite of positive 9y would be a negative 9y. Negative 9y. And these guys zero out. And that's left with just a negative 18 on the right side. Now on the left side, notice positive 9 and negative 9. These bad boys zero out as well, leaving me with just that positive 9. And now we look at this statement. Does 9 equal negative 18? So this one is going to be our no solution. All right. Let's move on to example 2. I'm going to go ahead and copy this guy down as well. And we're solving for m. Again, go ahead and get rid of those parentheses here. And there is no kind of just skipping steps here. You really need to write down each step, or else you'll probably make a silly mistake. So let's go ahead and write these things down. Let's distribute. 4 times m is 4m. 4 times a positive 3 is positive 12. Let's go to the other side. 4m plus 12. Really, right here, you probably recognize something's happening. These look exactly the same on each side. Let's just make one more step so everybody can see this together. So I'm going to move all my m's to the same side here. So minus 4m, minus 4m. We see they zero out. I'm left with just a positive 12 on the right. And again, that crazy thing happened over here. They zeroed out. I'm left with just a positive 12. This time we have a true statement. So yes, this guy's going to be infinite amount of solutions. Our next couple aren't going to end up that way. We're just going to have one solution going on for these guys. And that's what you'll also see when you're getting into your IXL today as well. So let's go ahead and tackle some of these. All right. Copying it down. Okie dokes. Let's see. We do not have parentheses this time. So I would recommend, though, combined our like terms. We see that we have 2 C values over here. Let's go ahead and combine those before we start moving everything around. So if you're able to combine anything, let's do that first. So I have a 12C and minus 4C would give me 8C. I got the minus 12. And over here, I got business as usual. Didn't touch anything, stayed the same. Now we can go ahead and see, all right, let's move all our C's to the other side. So the opposite of positive 7C would be negative 7C. Negative 7C. These guys zero out on the right side. I'm left with just 24. On the left side, I get 8 minus 7 would just give me 1C. And I got that minus 12 here hanging out as well. And we can see one more step, just add 12 to each side, and we should end up with C. What C equals? Do you see what I see? All right. And I believe we end up with 36 here. All right. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and tackle one more example here. Make sure you guys are getting these right before getting on the computer here today. All right. Let's copy it down. We do have parentheses this go around, so let's get rid of those using that distributive property. And now let's go ahead and get all our variables on one side. Three x minus 2x leaves us with just 1x. And one more step here. We see that x is going to equal 1. Now going forward, tackling your IXL today, I would recommend using the back of your paper to write down work and show work as, yes, the first few of these objectives it's in J.5 on IXL has a gold star next to it as well. They'll start off kind of simple, but once you get along into the, I think, the 40 smart score or so, you're going to need to write these down. You'll see that it may take you 2-3 minutes to solve it, but you get it right and then you move forward. And we will have this as a grade today, and we want everybody scoring over 70 for sure, for a smart score. And ideally, let's try to get some people up to a 100 today. I know it's possible, and I know you could do it.